This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, I think we can start as this is a very first class, like first kind of demo you can say. Just want to understand. I will give you a brief understanding how Splunk works and what kind of challenges you'll be facing in your projects, and also how it really helps you as far as the interviews are concerned or any real time scenarios, and how do you actually work on this practically. So these kind of things we will try and understand. And yeah, before I start, I want to know, like, have you already do you already have idea on Splunk, or is this your first time you're learning? Deva, can you tell me about yourself?
Uh, well, for me, I think it's
Hmm.
still new to me, and
Hmm.
so
Okay.
yeah, it's still
No
new
problem.
in
Okay. Okay.
my yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no problem, no problem. Yeah, we will learn from the beginning. It's I would say that you're learning English from ABCD, right? So we will learn this such a way that you can get the idea what exactly happens in Splunk, how it helps you to get the job in the market, and I will also give you the interview support, interview questions. I will take some of the mock interviews, and towards the end of this, it's my responsibility that you will get something. I mean, if you rate yourself today 0 out of 10, for example, right, at the end of our course, maybe after 3 weeks or 4 weeks, you can rate yourself 7 out of 10, 7 or 8. Okay, to be honest with you, why I'm not saying 10 out of 10 is because it depends on your hard work as well. It depends on your contribution, and it depends on your skill, and it depends, couple of things like that, right? So from my side, from my end, whatever the kind of support you guys need, I will always be available for you, and we can work together. I'll tell you what needs to be done. All right. So that's one thing. Um, I just want to understand from Henry. Henry, could you tell me, you have any idea on Splunk before, or this is your first time? Like, I remember you joined previous, but if I ask you today, how much do you know out of 10? How much do you rate yourself? Just to understand. Henry, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah. How are you doing today?
I'm good, sir. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So how do you rate yourself at the moment? How much you know Splunk? Just want to understand for an idea. That's it.
3 out of 10.
Okay, okay, no worries, no worries.
All right.
That's great. Yeah, that's good. Okay, Kaiku, yes, Kaiku, I know him. We joined the previous session as well. So anyway, no worries, guys. Let's start. Okay, let's start. So this is, I don't mind keeping it as an interactive session. You can stop me anytime if you did not understand anything. I'm more than happy to answer your questions, and we'll start. So since this is first day we are starting, I don't want to get into more into Splunk at the moment. Deeper, as deeper you go, it might be an issue. So we'll start up anyway. So basically, let me just show you this for you. Just give me a minute. I will share my screen. What are we are going to learn? I will give you idea on it today, so that we will learn day by day. Okay, so documents. Let me give me a minute. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. All right, so let me share my screen here. Okay, there you go. Is it? Yes. Okay, guys, this is basically kind of content I'm showing you. I will anyway show you this. Like, see, we will learn from the beginning. Okay, like we will understand what is Splunk, what is machine data, what are the prerequisites, right? Machine data, we all know, right? So machine data, how it gets generated, and what are the sources that you get the machine data. Okay, all these things we will understand. And prerequisites, most important. Okay, a lot of people generally think that I'm not from the IT background, or I'm not very good in uh, programming or coding. So these sort of questions many of us have. But I would confidently tell you that even if you're not from the uh, IT background, or if you're not good in coding, programming, and all other things, you can easily learn Splunk. Okay, so you can learn Splunk provided you spend some time. Okay, as soon as we done with the class, right? So you have to spare some time for yourself. Okay, maybe I understand you'll be occupied most of the times as you guys are already working, but I would request you to have some time as soon as we're done with the class. Okay, just have a 30 minutes or 40 minutes of time, just go through the class whatever we have done on the same day, so that it will help you to get more questions. Okay, obviously when I tell something you will have some questions, right? So whenever you go through that particular video, I'll be sharing the recorded session every day. So you go through it on the same day, you ask me questions on the next day. This way we will work together. I'm sure you'll be able to get this. Okay, however, to learn Splunk you don't have to know anything. Someone who just out from the college can also learn Splunk. All right, so this is how you can learn. That is my responsibility. I will give you things how to learn. So that's one thing about prerequisites. Products of Splunk, we will see that. And components, very important. Right, we have forwarder, indexer, search head, and license master, cluster master, deployment server, and deployer. Okay, I will give you everything about it, how it works. I will have a special separate session for all of that, right? Architecture, and how do you set up. There is a what do you call integration, how do you install and all that. And port numbers in Splunk. Okay, default ports. And we also learn AWS, guys. Okay, so this will help you to tell, I mean, to add in your profile that AWS as well. It's actually an added advantage. Of course, Linux we will be learning. Okay, Linux also will be learning. And when we learn Linux, guys, as I already told you, you need to do hands-on. Okay, Linux can be learned only with hands-on. It's like you have a mathematics subject, right? So English or any other language you can read and learn, but when it comes to mathematics, you have to write it, you have to do it, right? So similarly, in Linux also you have to do on your own. You need to do hands-on, and then you can learn. No worries. Whatever the small command also, you do it every day. Okay, generally when you look at it every day, you will get some confident, right? So similarly, so you need to work on Linux hands on. Okay, anyway, so that is one more important thing. And of course, the files supported in Splunk, configuration files, blah blah, we learn everything. And configuration files part is really important. Okay, like you have props, transforms, inputs, outputs. These configuration files I will be giving you the idea. And important, they are really important from the interviews perspective. These things, heavy forwarder, merging, field extraction. Okay, we see how to do it. Okay, and we also learn some of the commands. Okay, I'm not going through all of these anyway, so I don't want to get into all this at the moment, so that you will not understand. So some of the things we learn at the development point of view. So all you have to do, just concentrate on that particular day whatever we are learning. Okay, Don't look at anything, just concentrate on the day whatever we are learning. That, that is enough for you to understand. And one more thing, to be honest with you, any training, even if it is Splunk or any technology you take, it will help you to a certain extent, guys. Okay, when you train Splunk, it doesn't mean that you are expert. Either I am or you. Okay, nobody knows 100%, to be honest. Training will help you only to a certain level. Maybe I would say out of 100%, 20 to 30% training will help you. The rest of the things, it depends on your work, depends on your hard work, depends on your, how much time you spend, how much practice you do, how much you try and improve your skill. So these sort of things. Okay, so these things, okay, we will learn all this stuff. Now, to start with, first of all, let's understand how Splunk works. What is Splunk, and why Splunk is used, and what kind of things are involved in Splunk. Okay, till now, anyone has any question, anything you want to ask me as of now? Okay,
No.
okay, great, yeah. So no question. So let me just show my screen again. Okay, so give me a minute, guys. Okay, so
What time is it in India?
it's now 9:30 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so okay, so okay, before you start any technology, okay, before you start to learn anything, it is important to learn the basics, right? I'm sure you all agree with me. So unless you understand the basics, okay, it's not easy to understand whatever you learn further, right? So that's why, so initial couple of sessions, right, around maybe 5 or 6 sessions are really important, because we cover a lot of basic stuff there, right? Okay, so now if you see here, let's understand what is machine data. Okay, forget about Splunk, forget about cybersecurity, forget about anything. Okay, in general, on general terminology, if we talk about machine data, right, we all know what is machine data. Okay, like for example, you have a messages, right, from your mobile. That is a data, that's a machine data. And also, machine data can be generated from the computers, right? And it can be generated from devices, any kind of devices, right? Everywhere there is a machine data. So before you talk about machine data, you should understand what is the data, right? What is the data? Data is nothing but it's a combination of the, maybe if I say it's an information, it's the detailed information, right? For example, you're running a company, you have your employee data, okay, you have your personal data, you have your financial data, right? This is what data is. Now, this data can be as a machine, I mean, it's a unstructured data or structured data. When I say unstructured data, the data which you cannot read. For example, I'm sure you would have faced one of this situation where your system scratches sometimes. Okay, due to some other reason, due to a couple of reasons, like maybe due to heavy load or any server goes down, things like that. What happens? Your system crash. So at that point of time, if you see your screen, it will be just moving, you cannot even read out anything. So it's that is a kind of unstructured data that you see on that particular screen. Okay, that is unstructured data. Normally, if you see in this image also, this is a kind of unstructured data. unstructured data is nothing but a data which you cannot read, right? Unstructured data is nothing but the data which you cannot read, and you cannot make out anything from the data. You cannot even get any kind of results. That is nothing but unstructured data, right? Now the structured data, we all know structured data is something, you can read easily. Okay, it is in the right format, and you can read that particular data, and you can get the results from the data. So that is, you can call it as machine data. Okay, I mean the structured data. That is a difference. Okay, just understand this in your in your notes, that when you talk about a data on an generally on general note, there are two types of data: unstructured data and structured data, right? Structured data, we know you can read out and get the results from that, but unstructured data is something you cannot read the data. You cannot read, and you can't even get you cannot even make out anything from that data. That is unstructured data. Okay, now unstructured data generally, it generates from the machines, right? Like as I said, devices and machines, right? So there are a lot of sources for the data. Okay, so that's what. Now how Splunk works here is, okay, if I just tell you, let's say I'm running a company, right? I have unstructured data, right? But the data is really important for me, because I have entire employee data, entire, maybe it could be employee personal information, or employee official information, or any financial information. When I have this data, it is really important for me to maintain it. Okay, if it goes if it scratches, or if anything happens with the data, I will be in trouble, right? I'll be in trouble. So at that point of time, I need something which a tool or a software which will help me to get my unstructured data, okay, which is not in the format, which is not in the right structure. I want a software or a tool which will help me to give right structure to my data. This is where Splunk will be coming into picture. Okay, so generally, if anyone asks you, your colleagues or your friends, or any your even if in an interview, if they ask you what is Splunk, you can tell them the answer to understand, to answer the question. First question is, what is Splunk? You should understand it first, right? What is Splunk? Splunk is the ultimate log collection and data analyzing tool. Okay, Splunk is an ultimate log collection and data analyzing tool. We use Splunk to analyze the machine data. Okay, this is the answer for it. Okay, Splunk is the ultimate log collection and data analyzing tool. We use Splunk to analyze the machine data. Okay, now one more thing, if you go to a Google, or you go to YouTube and type for what is data, you definitely get something different. I mean, like terminologies, maybe you get different, but end of the day, result, I mean, the kind of work Splunk does is the same. Okay, so I'm giving you this to understand how it works. Okay, so that is what it is now. Okay, so have this in your notes. Now let's move forward quickly. Now these are the tools available in the market, guys. Okay, why I'm telling all these is, these are really important to understand before you start actual Splunk, right? So a couple of things you might have come across this, like you see here, Sumo Logic is one, Logly, Splunk, Greylog, ELK. Okay, now all these are very important tools. All these are really important what do you call, softwares, right? Available in the market. Now when I have these many tools, right, why should I go with Splunk is the question, right? Why can't I go with Logly? Why can't I go with Greylog and ELK? Why Splunk? Is because Splunk stands out in all these tools, because some of the reasons, like it can deal with any kind of a file format. Okay, whereas other tools, okay, like Logly, ELK, whatever, it has a, they have a capacity of dealing with any one kind of file format. It may be Excel format, it may be Word, it may be, .csv, any one. Okay, And at the same time, accurate results you cannot get in the other tools as you get in Splunk. Okay, these things. So that is why Splunk stands out. Okay, that is something which is really important to understand at the moment. Okay, now these things. And if you come down, guys, this is the overview of Splunk. Overview. You can feed the machine data. You can feed the machine data. One second. Okay, you can feed the machine data here, right? You can just read this to Splunk, which does the data processing. Once it process and extract the relevant data, we have below benefits. We have below benefits. What are the benefits? You can analyze the system performance. Okay, what is the meaning of analyzing system performance? Like in case your system goes down or server issues, anything you can fix up with this. That is one of the advantage you will have. How you do it, everything you'll understand. Don't worry about it. Troubleshoot any failure conditions. Guys, please remember, troubleshooting is very important. Okay, troubleshooting is nothing but analyzing the issue. To be honest with you, like for example, your computer is not working or computer is very slow. What you do, you go to your settings, I mean laptop settings, and check what went wrong. Otherwise you go to command prompt and run the specific commands and all that, right? So similarly here also, you don't get the data or any issues that you see, you need to fix it. Okay, that is nothing but troubleshooting. Okay, we will learn that also. Monitor business metrics, search and investigate a particular outcome, create dashboards, visualizations to analyze the results, store relevant data for the later use. Okay, it stores the relevant data for later use. That's one thing. And what Splunk offers quickly, if you see here, Splunk has more to offer. Splunk can accept any data type, as I said some time back. Okay, be it a CSV format, JSON file, log formats, etc. Configure Splunk to give alerts and given notifications. This is one of the advantage. um, Splunk provides real-time visibility and insights to IT businesses. Okay, it can help to grow your business as well. Splunk creates knowledge objects for operational intelligence. That's one more thing. Okay, so this is an example. I don't want to talk about it. I will tell you the example as well. See, for example, okay, let me just give you this. Um, XYZ, if I take X, okay, is okay. This here transferring money to Y. Transfer. X is sending money to Y. But here what happens is Y, okay, Y, I've just taken this. Okay, you can take any name you want. Y did not received the amount. Okay, but but here what happened is, see one more thing here. uh, So X is trying to send some money to Y. Okay, some $100 or $1,000, whatever it's trying to sign. But here, Y did not receive the amount basically, but the money is deducted from X bank account person who's sending. Now, in this scenario, what generally will do is, okay, X will be raising the complaint with the bank, right, with the respective bank or wherever he's trying to do the transaction. Now what these bank people will do is, right, what they do is, they will, give some SLA. Okay, when you call them, they say that, okay, my money is deducted, and they will give some SLA. Please give us 3 to 4 working days to check that. On it, maybe they could ask more or less. That's a different scenario, but I'm giving as an example. Okay, working days to fix the issue, to check and fix the issue. Why they need these many days? Because they need to check. They, as a bank service, they will have a number of servers, hundreds or thousands of servers. They should check, right, and fix the issue. That is why they give 3 to 4 working days. Okay, here, as you see in this image, normally what happens is, when you raise a complaint, it should be going to a different departments. It may be different. I mean, I'm just giving you this idea. I understand if it's not the same. See, service desk, application support, application development team, administrator team. Okay, and again it goes to again. This should be going to every department. The point that I'm trying to make here is, when you raise a complaint, the reason why banks generally take 3 to 4 working days is they need to analyze the issue. What went wrong, what is the transaction time, what is the transaction ID, and why it is not credited to the beneficiary bank account. So they will have to check everything. They should understand, is it real issue with the server, or why it is not done. So that is why it will take 3 to 4 working days. But here, when you use Splunk, you can immediately sort out this issue. This is one of the best example. How you do that? Because see, you remember, I will show you anyway. When you go to search and reporting app, right? You can directly search that query. There should be a query. You should know the query actually. So you can write a query with the transaction name and number. You can give there, and you will get the, issue resolved within minutes of time. So this is one of the example I'm trying to use. Similarly, like this, there are n number of examples. Like in any organization, you're missing your employee data, you want to retrieve the data, you can do that. So these kind of examples you will have for Splunk basically. So remember this example, so that you will, it will help you. Okay, this is one thing. And now, what is Splunk? See here. Okay, application management, operations management, security, compliance, and so on. It works in all these ways basically. It will aggregate, analyze, and get answers from your machine data. Okay, it will give answers to your machine data. Let's say if you have any machine data, okay, you can you know try and check that basically. Okay, it will give answers to your machine data also. Okay, guys, now let's understand this for today. Just what Splunk can do. I don't want to give, on day one, you'll, it is not correct if I give more load. So we'll just talk about this for today and stop here. Okay, what Splunk can do. Okay, what Splunk can do. We all know. I mean, can anyone read out for me? Please, I want you to involve. Henry, can you read this for me? You see it here, right? Please, Splunk can do.
Yeah, log collection or log management,
Correct. Second one,
infra-
please.
infrastructure management tool,
Absolutely. Yeah. Third one, please.
application performance monitoring tool,
Thank you.
big
Yeah,
data,
yeah, yeah,
SIM,
yeah.
security
Sim, yeah,
information and event management, some like
exactly.
IBM, Curator,
Yeah,
HP Arcsite,
yeah,
SolarWinds,
yeah,
logarithms, etc.
etc. Absolutely. Yeah.
Operation intelligence,
Mm,
Google for data.
yeah, Google for your data. Okay. I would request, I mean, Driva, Driva, can you also read this for me, please? You there?
Sure.
Yeah.
What Splunk can do? Uh, Log collection or log management, infrastructure monitoring tool, application performance monitoring tool, big data, SIM, like IBM Q Radar, uh,
Yeah.
HP ArcSight,
Correct.
SolarWinds, Logarithm, etc.,
Hmm. Hmm.
Operation Intelligence, and Google for your data.
Exactly. That is absolutely right. Thank you for that. Keiko, can you also read this for me, please?
Log collections or log management,
Hmm.
infrastructure monitoring tool,
Correct.
application performance monitoring tool, big
Correct.
data SIM, SIM
Hmm.
like IBM, QRadar, HP, Side, and SolarWinds,
Hmm.
algorithm, and
Operate.
etc.
Yeah.
Operation intelligence and Google for data.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. So, guys, yeah, thanks all of you to read out this. Yeah. See, basically, log collection or log. See, one more thing, you please remember here. Let's say you are working in your team tomorrow. When you get job, you are working in Splunk, right? You will be working in a specific team. That team is called as a log management tool. Okay, the name of that particular team would be calling as a log management team or a log collection team that you will be working on. Okay. Now, infrastructure monitoring tool. Splunk is an infrastructure. You can monitor your infrastructure also. Application performance monitoring tool and works as a big data tool. SIM, security information and event management. Okay. SIM tools. You know, right? In cyber security, there is something called SIM, right? Splunk is one of the SIM tools. Like you have CyberArk and you also have Splunk. Okay. SOC, security operations. So these things coming, under cyber security. And like you also have IBM Curator, HP Oxide, SolarWinds, Logarithm, etc. Okay. Now, operational intelligence, it works, it helps you as an operational intelligence, and it also works as a Google for your data. Okay. So these are the things about Splunk. Okay. It works as a Google for your data. And yeah, many more to understand, many more to talk about. Okay, so I don't want to do it today because it is already late for you guys. Okay, so I don't will do it in the next class. We will discuss about more on this in the next session when we meet. Okay, I will send this recorded video to all of you in that group, so please go through it and we will connect tomorrow. Is that fine?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, guys, chalo. We'll stop for today. I will share this video and you please go through it and we'll catch up tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, Deva. Thank you, Kaiku. Thank you, Henry, for joining. Yeah, for today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.